Joel Tadman here from Golf Monthly, and we're at Stoke Park having a hit with Nike's new Vaporfly Pro iron. Now, remember the Vapor Speed iron, that's no longer continuing. We now have the Vaporfly iron, which you might have seen Mike's review of already, and then the Vapor Pro Combo. Now this Vaporfly Pro sits in between those irons, so has some forgiveness properties in there, but also the shape and look of an iron geared towards more better players. Now you can see also the other thing that's worth noting is the new look to it, a very fresh new look, darker finish, almost black colour here with the blue aesthetics on the back. So it's really going to offer something very unique to golfers. It's got a lot of technology built within this head. The first thing is modern muscle, which continues from the original Vapor irons, which essentially positions the CG more towards the middle of the face to give you better feel, and it does that by putting more weight in the toe section to offset the weight of the hosel to give you a better feeling iron, and also an iron that gives more forgiving. We've got resin insert. Nike developed resin over a number of years now. They actually use 40 different types of resin across all their different balls and clubs. So we've got some resin in between the face and the chassis to dampen the vibration and give you a better feel. We've also got this flexible next core face, so regardless of the impact location, should feel pretty hot and pretty springy across a wide area on that face to give you more distance on off-centre hits. Like we see in the Vaporfly driver, we have this cavity in the back reinforced by fly beams, so that should help the head feel pretty stable overall. And there's also 3 different types of iron through the set. So we've got hollow cavity long irons, which are designed to feel and perform a little bit like a hybrid to give you more ball speed on those more difficult shots. We've got resin pockets in the mid irons, so that's going to combine shot making with a little bit of forgiveness. And then moving into the short irons, we've got resin cavities, should give you a really soft feel, versatility, and also penetrating flight on those scoring shots. So we're going to hit a few shots on the SkyTrack launch monitor with this iron and see how it performs. So down at address, there's minimal offset there in this 7 iron, kind of mid-length top line there, so a little bit of help I think behind the ball, but better players I think are also going to get it on with this. Quite long from heel to toe. Like I said, I've already been hitting a few shots on the SkyTrack using this. We're going to hit a few more now, but the last one carried 171, total 177, so already getting massive amounts of distance with this iron with a soft feel as well, so that's a good 15 yards further than I'd hit my normal 7 iron. So let's see how this one goes. Maybe a fraction heavy, but really like the feel of it. I think with this resin in between the face and the chassis, really does soften the feel and dampen that vibration. So that one carried 164, total 171. So that's more what I would be expecting from a 7 iron with this loft. I think the first one was perhaps a little bit of a hot shot, a bit of an anomaly there. So this is probably more what I would expect from this 7 iron. Let's try one more. Hit that one really good. Seems to stay in the air forever. Pretty central strike, looking at the club face. That's come down at 167, so pretty consistent distance as well. Looking, you know, that's what you want from an iron. Ultimately, whatever level of player you are, you want your irons to go the same distance. So that's a reassuring fact. Let's have a closer look at the numbers and see how this iron performs. Okay, so we just finished hitting shots with the 7 iron of the Vaporfly Pro iron. Let's have a look at the data that we've got from our SkyTrack. Some really interesting numbers here. Very, very impressive performance from this club. Like I said before, it sits in between the Pro Combo iron and the new Vaporfly. So it's going to appeal to a very wide spectrum of players. Has this new finish as well on it, which looks great down by the ball. So in terms of the numbers, carry distance averaging 167. We're looking through the data set of 6 shots. The consistency was really astounding, really. Not too far away from the average on each one. Average of 5 yards rollout, and in fact every shot rolled 5 yards every time, so some really consistent flight and spin numbers with this iron, looking at around 6,000 average in terms of spin, which is good for a 7 iron. It's going to give you a nice balance of flight and stopping power, which is what you want. Total distance 172, so certainly what you'd expect from a 7 iron lofted at 32 degrees, but I think what really stands out here is the consistency of this iron. Admittedly, these shots were hit pretty central on the face, but you're going to get, if you do strike the ball well, you're going to be rewarded with really consistent distance and a soft feel, which is the 2 things that most golfers prioritise when it comes to choosing their irons. So if you're in the market for a new set of irons, perhaps you want a little bit more forgiveness, than the Vapor Pro combo offers at the moment, and perhaps the Vaporfly is a little bit too chunky for you. I think this Vaporfly Pro iron from Nike really should be one you try. If you don't mind the look of the black iron, I love it. I think it looks great down behind the ball. I really recommend you give it a try. Some really good numbers, you're going to get some really solid performance out of it.